Southwest TV News is pleased to present another Give for Good feature in cooperation with the Swift Current Salvation Army, PharmaSave, and JD AgTech. This time featuring the 5 Days for Change.
I really do hope that as people are watching this video series and hearing other people's stories, they really will observe what's going on in their own lives, see how they are giving for good, look for further opportunities to give for good, and that they will experience all the joys that come from that.
Unfortunately, in our society today, everybody is so caught up in the whirlwind that is their own life that they forget that there are other people out there as well.
You know, giving your time is really valuable, I know, for many organizations, and finding volunteers can be a struggle at for some organizations. So, you know, that time commitment it's definitely worth something to the organizations you're helping.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
As most of us settle into our cozy beds for the night, these students from the Swift Current Comp High School are sleeping on cardboard in the school's courtyard. 14 students in grades 9 through 12 are participating in the 3rd annual 5 Days for Change, a student-led initiative where participants live the life of a homeless youth for 5 days. With only one change of clothes, no personal care items like a toothbrush or soap, asking for donations, and working for their one and only meal of the day. The focus of the 5 Days for Change is to raise awareness of homeless youth in the community and to raise funds for a proposed youth emergency shelter in Swift Current. And as these students take to the streets to promote their cause, they soon realize the stigma of youth homelessness in the community.
When community members see us when we're out and about, they're like, "Oh, you guys are doing such a great thing here. Here's $20." And actual homeless kids in Swift Current do not experience that at all. And first of all, it's kind of denied in Swift Current a little bit. It's getting way better, especially with this campaign. But I don't know, people just don't really see it as homelessness. They see it as laziness, or you just don't want to live at home, or they don't see kids on the street. And it's not how they would see homelessness in a big city. And because it's not that they don't have a home or they don't have a roof over their head. It's that they don't have a safe place to be, and they may be in crisis, and they do need help. It's not just about having shelter. It's about having safe shelter.
A stigma which the students hope to reverse through the 5 Days for Change, and to help educate the community on the realities of what's happening on a daily basis, and that we as a society should not turn away from. An overall experience, which can also be eye-opening to these students through their one-on-one discussions with the Southwest Emergency Youth Shelter Committee members.
And we have Betty come and speak in, and she tells us stories about people, and it's just like, wow, like you wouldn't think that would happen here. And it's not necessarily sleeping in a shack or in a piece of cardboard. It's couch surfing and, you know, sleeping with men to have a place to stay, and just it makes you cautious almost in a way that, you know, you careful what you say to people. And you know, you see a person walking down the hallway and you're like, oh wow, like, you know, you say a comment, then you're thinking, well, like maybe that person actually doesn't have a place to stay.
Youth Helping Youth, a project which has raised over $40,000 and recognized as one of the key funders for the Youth Shelter Project.
I think what it does is it says that really we are in good hands. We've got very thoughtful, and I mean in both ways, thoughtful people, but also young people who think, so the full of thought, young people who really care about their fellow man. I think we need to take a lesson from them and listen to what they have to say, and also take a listen to and appreciate the commitment that they are making towards something they believe in.
And as these students wrap up another 5 Days for Change fundraiser and soon return to their regular routines with family and school, they will each walk away having learned a lesson about themselves and society as a whole.
It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me realize that what I'm doing actually, like, it sucks at the time, and I'm thinking about all this stuff I could be doing instead of this, but then I think about, well, like, I'm actually doing something good, and it's going to make me feel better in the end, and just brings a warm feeling to your heart that, you know, you help somebody that really needs it.
The 5 Days for Change, students helping to give for good, while changing the life of one person at a time.